This video is brought to you by High Level. Imagine selling this AI receptionist to a business that's already paying someone $15 per hour just to pick up the phone.
I'm the AI receptionist helping out while the team is away. Can you let me know what you're calling about?
Hey, yeah, I was wondering what time you guys opened up on Monday?
Sure. On Mondays, we open at 9 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. Anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I had an appointment for Monday at 4 p.m. Can you ask the team if I can come a little bit earlier?
Got it. I'll let the team know you'd like to adjust your Monday 4 p.m. appointment to an earlier time. Can I grab your name to make sure they follow up with you?
Yeah, my name is Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Anything else I can assist you with?
Can you send me the address?
I've sent the address to you via text. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
By the end of this video, you'll be able to go from knowing nothing about AI agents to having one built out. You can literally just copy my exact AI agent script, prompt, and snapshot so that you can start selling it to local businesses today and hopefully land your first client before the trial is even over. So it's practically free and there's almost no risk at all. So all of these outreach methods are exactly what I did to get my marketing agency from $0 to 6 figures in the first year. So this last year, I've been grinding nonstop on it. And these methods of outreach, I basically had to learn over and over by either watching 1,000 YouTube videos or falling face flat over and over in real life until I learned what worked and what didn't. The only complex part about this video that's going to require you to actually lock in and put in some work is the part of actually getting a client to sign up with you. I'm going to give you the software and the AI, and it's going to be free with a trial, but you're going to have to put in the work to actually make somebody, any type of local business, sign up and use your AI receptionist while you collect profit every single month. It's not going to be easy. I don't want to overhype you. It really does take some time, but I'll teach you step by step how to go from knowing nothing to landing your client. Let's go. So the software that we're going to use today is called Go High Level. It's probably the easiest and fastest to get started with. Typically, it would cost about $97 per month to use this software. I'm going to give you a link for 30 days. It also does support me in the channel. The whole idea and this whole blueprint and game plan is so that you can copy my exact recipe when it comes to building the agent to even landing your first client for at least $150 per month, so that by the time that you land your first client, the software is free and you can just continue scaling infinitely. High Level also does offer a lot of other features when it comes to marketing, like a lot that we'll go into a little bit later. So once you land your first client, you can upsell them more features as time goes on. We'll get into that in a different video though. So once you get signed up, I'll send you a link to your email or to your phone with a snapshot link. This basically is my copy and paste AI agent with a lot of other extra workflows and templates that you can use also. Press on start now, and then it'll load up into your snapshots. The next step is to go to your sub accounts over here and then press on create sub account on the top right. From here, you can just go to My Snapshots, copy the Lucid snapshot that I just sent you right now, press select and continue. And you can just press add manual and just put in any type of information that you want over here, your own info or a client's, whatever you want. And once this is all filled out, you will have your own sub account. So Go High Level has a lot of features. Do not get overwhelmed by all of this. Eventually, I'll teach you how to go step by step and learn everything the software has to offer. But right now, you're mainly focused on the AI agents. This little tab right here is going to help you build an agent from scratch using my template that you can just start rolling with right away. This is called an after hours AI that I have built and set up for you. And right here, you can literally just use this right now without having any extra setup. It's actually really simple. So you press on start web call and you can talk to this for free for about 10 minutes and see exactly how it works. Just to familiarize yourself a little bit with what's going on here, there's a lot of options and it could look a little bit complex for you. Basically, this is just the setup of the AI. So it knows what the AI agent's name is. In this case, it's After Hours AI. The business name, which of course is test in this case, but you can make it whatever you'd like. And then the initial caller message. And so this is what the AI says right when it picks up the phone if the business is either busy and they weren't able to answer, or it's after hours like 9 p.m. and someone calls in. So the whole idea for this AI receptionist is to capture that lead exactly where they come so that they don't feel the need to go to a different business and take their business elsewhere, which would mean that your client is losing out on a brand new lead or losing out on a sale actually. They would actually be staying right there because they say, okay, I'm talking to an AI agent. They're going to get back to me soon. They're going to refer me to a person once they're open. And the idea is just to capture that lead read exactly where they come so they can obviously get more sales and not lose out on missed opportunities. And so this is how I have it set up for now. You can always change this and play around with it as you'd like. Right here, you'll see a custom value called location name. Now I use this a lot either in the initial message or even in the full AI prompt so that it kind of just calls back to whatever the name of your sub account is. In this case, it's Snapshot or whatever you want to name yours. And it would say, hey, thanks for calling, business name, right? And whatever that business name is would always call back immediately without any further setup. You also have the AI agent goals. So right here, there's the prompt. I built this one out custom, and that's exactly how I use it. It basically gathers the caller's question and then their name, and then it tells someone that works at the business, hey, Alex just called to ask about your pricing for this type of treatment or haircut, for instance, right? And then they'll get a notification for it and be able to follow back up right when they're available for it, instead of having to wait for voicemail and call back later and that entire mess. So you also have a few options down here. These are basically called actions. And then so during the call, you can have it take certain actions. Like if someone says, let me talk to the manager or the owner of the business, for instance, or even the staff, you can have it transfer the call to their actual business line or the owner's personal phone number, and the AI will say something like, okay, let me transfer the call to the office right now. And it'll transfer you like an actual receptionist. You can obviously do whatever you'd like with this one. You also have the ability to send automated text messages based on what the person just asked you. So if they said, what is the link to book an appointment? Or where exactly are you guys located? It'll say, I'll send you a text message with our exact location. Or you can just teach it to just say the location as well, but sending a text is pretty cool. Only hold back on this is that you have to get an SMS enabled phone number, which is beyond the topic of this video. I'll make a full video on how to do that later. It takes quite a bit of steps. But for now, you can just press delete action on the SMS number, just so that you don't kind of get confused until you have a SMS enabled number. And then once the call is completed, I created a workflow that uses AI to determine, was this call something important enough for the business owner to want to be notified of? If yes, then notify business owner. Otherwise, if you weren't using my snapshot, you'd have to build this on your own or press on this, which is receive email notifications post call completion. A lot of times someone just calls and says, what's the hours? Are you guys open? What's the address? Okay, bye. And then just hangs up right away, or doesn't even say anything sometimes. People are sometimes kind of strange. And so you don't want to be bothering the person that just signed up under you, because they'll feel like it's kind of annoying. They might not want to stay, right? And so that's what my AI does and helps you fix, all using AI without any extra work from your end. Phone and availability is the next tab. And what I have currently set for you right here is enable the AI agent as a backup to the phone number. So what we're going to be doing right now is getting an actual phone number that we'll put on top of the business number. Let me try to explain this in the simplest possible way. Business barbershop has the phone number 123456, right? That's on their Google account. We're going to get a new phone number, put that on their Google account, and then have all the calls routed to their main line. This way, nothing changes on their end, okay? Once we set that up, since all the calls are coming to us and then to them, what we could do is set up an AI agent that waits for after hours and picks up phone calls, or even listens and makes sure that the call didn't go to voicemail so that it can pick up as a backup option. That's what these two options have right here. So I basically built all of this out for you. This is, the hours are set from basically 9 to 5, basic business hours, Monday through Sunday. You can change it as much as you want, but these are the working hours of the agent. And then when you go back up here, you're gonna have to grab a phone number. So press right here where it says buy new number, press add number, and the number is going to be the only paid part of this entire video. It literally costs $1.15 per month. And so just grab any number that looks clean. You can even search by first part of the number. 313 is my area code, and then you can kind of see the clean numbers that they have there and find one that you like to use for your business. Now, once you purchase your phone number, you're going to see a couple of options. So you're going to press on the 3 dots and make sure that you have it set as basically these exact settings right here. The call forwarding number is going to be the current business phone number. So once you get your first client, you want to put their current number as this number right here. And then you can update their Google business profile or their Instagram page with this new number that you had just purchased. Make sure that you explain to your client that nothing will change. It's just a front-facing number or a cosmetic number. And whenever someone calls it, it goes right to your business with our AI waiting to pick up in case someone doesn't answer. So that's how you explain it to your client so they don't get worried about changing numbers and stuff like that. And then this is the last tab. It's the dashboard to see all the previous calls that you had recently gotten. So it'll show you a summary and a transcript of every single call that came in. So you can make sure that, you can have have a track of what the AI agent is saying and who it's talking to, for instance. They will also get a notification using my custom workflow right here to their email, and you can also set it to be to their phone as well. And so that's how it gets set up. The email that it goes to is the one that you set up the account with. It's basically all set up and ready to go for you. Now that you have a fully working AI receptionist, now it's time to sell it. So the best way to go about selling it is to give your clients a custom link that once they sign up, they'll be charged every single month for that amount of money without you having to ask them or ask where the late payment is. It just does it for you by itself. And so typically everybody uses Stripe when it comes to this. There's 1,000 other options, but Stripe is the main kind of go-to. I'm gonna have to blur a lot of this out, but the idea is you would go to payment links, press on new link, create a product for whatever price you want to sell this for. At a bare minimum, you should charge around $150 at the absolute lowest, but you could easily sell this agent for $300 to $500 per month based on how good you are at selling it and how good you are at pitching it to local businesses that need something like this. And as long as it's worth it for them, they would be willing to pay with no problem. So we can put add new product. You can name this AI agent or whatever name you want to make it. Make it recurring right here. And then make the amount, let's just say $150 for the sake of this video, and make sure the billing period is monthly. Then press on add product. And then once you press on create link, you'll have your own custom payment link that you can just save to your phone. What I do is put it as a text replacement on my iPhone. So you go to settings, text replacement, and you save this link under, for instance, AI agent. So whenever you type in the word AI agent, it'll replace it with this link. So you're like ready to go right away in the sale to close the deal. What I also would recommend doing is building a second payment link that has a free trial, and you can choose, I'd say about 3 days is a good amount of time. And you only want to use this, by the way, same exact concept. You save it under your phone's text replacement so you can grab it right away. You only want to use this link if you're trying to make the sale and it's about to go south, like it's the last resort that you have. If someone's like, I'm not sure if it's going to work, I'm too iffy about it, then you could give them this agent for free for 3 days, but just be cautious that it will charge you small fees per minute used on the AI agent. And so it's not expensive at all, and it shouldn't be more than maybe $1 or $2, but just be cautious of that when it comes to high levels pricing, because you do get charged when the AI agent is working for you. It's like literal pennies, but of course it adds up to something. Now this is the final step. It's actually selling the AI agent. So just about anybody can build this, but it really takes a lot of mental strength and skill to go out in the real world and sell it. Whether that's DMing people online, sending emails, cold calling, or walking in person and going door to door. I've done basically all of the above, and I want to show you exactly how to do this at the fastest rate possible. So the first step is to look up any of these business niches that you are interested in. I'll leave you a full list on screen right here. You can pause the video and see whatever you think would be the easiest to sell to, or whatever you know the most about, or the people that work in. Now, before you follow any of these steps, make sure that you know this one really important one, and that is do not get caught selling. Do not try to act overly professional and change the way that you speak and put up this like type of persona that you're not really. Don't even ask ChatGPT how to sell or what to say in your outreach methods of Instagram DMs or even calling people on the phone. Don't do that, okay? It's gonna make you sound so generic and just like everybody else, and the phone is gonna get hung up right on your face over and over again if you're talking like something that you hear in like a movie. Don't sell, just be a human. That's the best advice I can give. Let's go into the actual techniques. One of the best people to reach out to are business owners that you already know. And I can go on for days about why this is so much easier and better to close a sale. It's because one, they're a decision maker. They already own the business, so you're going straight to someone that can actually make the choice, which typically in real sales, it's so hard to get to that person. And second, they already know you and trust you. So you just send them a text message saying, hey, I have this AI voice agent or AI receptionist, and it can answer the phone calls for you while you're closed to make sure you're not losing out on business, and it can do 1, 2, and 3. Should we give it a shot at your business? It's way cheaper than hiring someone per hour. And when they see that, they're like, okay, cool. You show them a little video of you talking to the AI agent, and you could close the sale in the next 24 hours if we're being honest, of course, based on how many business owners that you actually know. And so that's one of the best things to do. And honestly, if this person is close to you, friend, family, whatever it is, you could do this for them. And just to gain experience and learn so much from them, you could do it for free, or at least like the break-even cost of whatever your costs are, just forward over to them. And it's still very worth it for you, because if you know someone that owns a restaurant, a barbershop, a salon, a roof roofing company, lawn mowing service, whatever it is, you can learn so much about their pain points and exactly what an owner in that niche really wants, so that the next time that you sell to someone else, you already have the secret key to unlock. Like, hey, I just worked with this company. I set up a voice AI agent at their company and they absolutely love it. He was complaining about this problem and that problem. Does that sound like you guys? I can help you guys out too. And now when you start to name drop somebody else's successful business in front of a different business owner, their likelihood to actually trust you, it goes from 0 to at least 80% within like one sentence. And so I think it's really worth it to at least give it a go with someone that you already know, because you can start learning right away with a real business-like experience. You could also go the in-person route. And this is what I do pretty often. I'd say about once a week. I put on my polo shirt, look pretty nice, dress like pretty casual, and I go from business to business with my flyers that I have custom printed, and I'll make more deep videos on exactly how to do all this stuff. But you could go person to person, and that's a really, really good way of getting in front of someone's face, making sure that you're recognizable, leaving a card on their desk. And it does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort and time. I sometimes end up going to maybe 15 places in one day and I get 0 callbacks, and then I do it again the next day and I get maybe 1 callback, and that doesn't even turn out to be a converting call. I do it again and I get an actual call. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort when you go in person, just like honestly all these methods really do. But when you land your first sale knowing that I did that, I got in my car and drove to this business or whatever I did to get in front of someone's face and I helped close that deal, it'll give you a level of confidence that you've never had before in your entire life. And so I think that door-to-door in-person style sales, while you might be a little bit afraid now if it's your first time doing anything like it, I would still highly recommend looking forward to doing something like that if you're not too ready at the moment. I would really, really recommend it. And for instance, an in-person script, which you should definitely run through in the mirror and make sure that you have in your own type of natural language and cadence. You could say something like, hey, I want to show you guys something pretty cool that I have just built out. It's an AI receptionist, so it makes your life way easier by answering the phone calls, especially when you're busy or if you're closed or anything like that. Is it okay if I show the owner what it sounds like? That's it. What you basically did there was saying, hey, you gatekeeper, front desk, receptionist, whoever you are, typically you would say, no thanks, bye. But now I said it makes your life easier. You have a personal interest in wanting to help me get to the owner of the company to make your job easier. Anybody would like that, right? And then the owner, once he sees this, he's like, okay, so I'm going to be paying less money, because if I were to hire someone, let's say $15 per hour to pick up the phone from the hours of 6 to midnight, it would be really expensive. Whereas I just pay this AI $150 a month or $200 a month, whatever price you end up choosing. That's like a no-brainer. Let's at least give it a shot. And there's no contract. I can cancel whenever I want. So the whole idea there is to bypass the gatekeeper, not bypass, make the gatekeeper want to help you get to a decision maker. And then once you're there, you can show the decision maker that there's so much benefit in it for them. They can give it a shot. We just helped out somebody else in the same way. And it's a no-brainer. It's so easy to set up and we can get it rolling by today. And you can show that it's worth it. It's cheaper. They can, if they even get one more sale or one more client per month just by signing up with this voice AI, it'll be worth it, right? You can put it into perspective for them like that by throwing stuff like that in the conversation. And if they have any other further questions, like any sort of objections, which pricing shouldn't be one, because if you're charging $150, by the way, that's freaking free. So don't take any dollar lower than $150. But I would say is if they say something like, I'm worried the AI is not going to know exactly how to handle our business, say no problem. If you can get signed up, I'll put you a 3-day trial and I'll customize it to exactly what you want. You just send me a voice note on text or whatever, tell me everything I need to know, and I'll build this out for you. You could do something like that also. If they say, how about if the person wants to speak to a real person or a real human being? And you say, oh, it's very easy. I'll just teach the AI that whenever someone asks for you, Alex, the manager of this business, then just to forward all the calls to you. Sounds good, right? So just make sure that they know that it works and that they're confident knowing, okay, we can at least give it a shot for 1 month. And typically they're not going to cancel as long as it's working, especially if it's after hours. Now, this method is going to be Instagram DM and emailing. These are really overly used because people know that they don't have to leave their house to do it. But if you do it right and you sound genuine enough, people will not just throw you into the corner. They will actually follow back up and ask more questions. The whole idea by sending this email or this Instagram DM isn't to close the sale. It's to get them to respond to you. That's all it is, to open the door and just start the conversation. They're not, no matter what you say or how good at sales you are, they're not going to buy off of a single DM or a single email. You have to get them some sort of back and forth so they know that they're talking to a real human that's actually done this before and it could help out their business. They might have further questions. So just get them talking. The way that I would do that is saying something like this. Hi guys, when people call you after hours, do they typically get sent to voicemail and have to wait for the next day for a call back? I just built this AI receptionist that answers calls right away so you guys don't have to lose out on leads that might even go to your competitors. Plus, it's way cheaper than hiring somebody else. Is it okay if I send you guys a video just to see what it sounds like, or maybe if it even worked for your business? Something like that, right? If you got a DM like that, already if you get a cold DM, the chances are like no. But if you see something like that, okay, there's no risk. Let me just see what it sounds like. That sounds pretty interesting, right? That's how I would start it off. You also have a couple of more options. I would say something also like, hi, I'm sending you a video of an AI receptionist that I just posted. I set this up for business name, so put whatever name you want there. It can take calls while you guys are closed or while you're busy so that you don't end up missing leads that go to your competitors. Typically, when people call after hours, do you guys just send them straight to voicemail and you have to call them back the next day, or how does that work? See how I'm asking questions that are not like, do you want to buy? It's more just like, what's your current system like? What are your current struggles? Like, how are you guys looking right now? Because maybe you might help them, and honestly, maybe they might say, you know what, I think it won't work for us. And they're very genuine. They think that it really won't. It's also no problem. You can just go on to the next. Another one is, hey, we're building an AI receptionist for niche. So that's like salons or restaurants, for instance. It picks up the phone and talks to clients even while you're closed or if you're too busy to pick up. Typically, when someone goes to voicemail or has to wait, they end up calling another restaurant, for instance, or niche type in that area instead of waiting for your call back. Can I send you guys a video example of one of our AI agents taking an after hours call to see if it worked for you? Something like that. I'll leave all of these, by the way, in the Discord community, so you can just copy and paste and start sending those right away. Be careful to not send too many cold DMs on Instagram per day. If your account is brand new, you might have between like 10 to 20 per day throughout the day also, like not all at once. And if your account is aged, like it's your personal Instagram, it's been a year since you've had it, you could go to about 30 to 50, but just do your research and make sure you're not spamming way too much. There's differences, like if you add links into your message, it might get caught as spam, or even videos and stuff. So just really do your research and take it really nice and slow when it comes to Instagram DMs. And honestly, email is a whole different type of beast where you can get caught in that spam folder, and it's a horrible way to get out. So take it little by little when it comes to doing this. That's one of those things that you just do every day in the morning and just go on to everything else. The next outreach method is cold calling. The way that I would do this, if I had to cold call literally today, is I would pick up the phone and say, hey, I wanted to show the manager of business name, like I Am Lucid Company, an AI receptionist that I built out for you guys. Is it fine if I stop by tomorrow? Or you can say, is it fine if I send you guys a video of it? And then try to get either a phone number or an email address. Email, typically they just say send to email and they don't ever answer, just so you know, just so that you're aware. And try to see if you can just at least get a foot in the door. Try to at least set many appointments with many people so that you can go from place to place and they're already expecting you. Like the lead goes from being cold to warm, and it makes it much easier to sell, especially when you know that the business owner is going to be there tomorrow at 4:30 p.m., right? They might also ask you questions on the phone, like what type of AI receptionist, what does that do? You basically say like it picks up the phone, so people call you, even if you're closed or if you guys are busy, it'll be helping you out because I'll train it on everything that it needs to know, and it'll be kind of just like your job, but making it a lot easier for you. Make sure that they have some kind of skin in the game where they're like, okay, this could help me out as an employee. I'll put in a little bit of effort to making sure the owner sees this message, or he's going to be there when someone comes in, right? And then just also follow back up after you say what it does. Say, is it okay if I just swing by tomorrow? I wanted to show you guys. Maybe it takes like 2 minutes. Keep it very chill, very, very relaxed. You're not trying to kind of close a deal just yet. You just want to show them an AI. They can choose it. They can choose to not take it. It's totally up to them. Keep it relaxed. Best way of doing sales is just to keep it chill, bro. If you're still watching this video until the end of the video, which is right now, I think you might have that level of determination, knowing that, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a lot of no's, a lot of I'll think about it, or I'll call you back later, but I'm going to keep on pushing till I get my first sale, and I really, really know that I can do it. If you have that level of perseverance and you know that it's going to suck at first, but you're going to get that sale, then you definitely will. And so thank you for watching this video. I have a lot more to teach you on this channel, so you'll be seeing more of that coming soon. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.